Hey everybody, today I am making a really yummy Superbly Herby by Dish Off the Block. This is our new Superbly Herby seasoning that you can get on the website on the shop tab. It's awesome on fish, and I think today I'm doing a halibut fillet. And we're going to bread it. But first, we're doing our side dish, which is going to be a Parmesan and pea risotto. So I have already, you can probably hear, 3 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil bubbling away in the pan. So I'm going to add to that 1 large onion chopped and about 6 big cloves of garlic peeled and chopped. And we're going to cook that for a couple minutes until it's super fragrant. A spoon. And I've got some chicken stock warming up on the stove, about 4 cups. And risotto is just a process. It just needs a little bit of attention and a little bit of love. You got to stir and stir and stir. So while those onions are cooking down, we want to cook these until they're fragrant. You can smell the garlic and the onions and they start to get translucent. But let me talk to you about Superbly Herby. So this is going to be on our fish. It's a mix of a bunch of different herbs and spices. There's a little curry in it. There's thyme. There's basil. There's oregano, pepper. It's a really unique mixture. And what I generally do is I marinate the fish for 15 to 20 minutes, which once this gets going, I'll actually probably get our fish started. But marinate the fish in either lemon and soy sauce or lemon and oyster sauce. And then you combine this great herb mixture with a little bit of breading, and you just take the fish out of the marinade and put it in the breading and pan sear it, and it is divine. It's so, so good. So let's check on our onions here. You're gonna love this. This is looking great. So for risotto, we use arborio rice, which is a short grain rice, Italian rice. And it makes just, as you cook it slowly and slowly add liquid in, and the starches from the rice release, and it creates this creamy sauce all around the rice, and it's so, so good. So we're gonna do about 1.5 cups of arborio rice into the pan with the onions and garlic. That's 1.5 cups. All right. And then we're just going to stir that in, and we're going to let the rice get a little bit toasty in the pan. I'm going to add some salt and pepper at this point, and we'll check it for seasoning later. So say about 1 teaspoon of salt and maybe 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to stir that up. Okay, so we're going to let that get super toasty. And I'm going to pull out our fish, and we're going to put it in the marinade while this rice gets toasty. So we'll be right back. All right, so our rice is getting nice and toasty over there for our risotto, and I'm just going to quickly marinate this fish. This is halibut we're using today, but it has a skin on it, and we want as much of that Superbly Herby seasoning all over the fish. So I'm going to skin the fish, and it's as easy as this. You're going to cut on the small end so you have something to hold on to. So you see this little piece here, and then I'm going to flip it this way, and then holding the skin down with your fingers, you're just going to press against the board and cut. Pull it here a little bit. Okay, I'm pressing toward the board, pressing against the skin, and voila! No more skin. The fish is perfect. Okay, we're going to put that in our pie plate here, and we're going to do the other one. Again, we're going to find an edge to start it, just a little bit, and then see if I have enough to hold on to here. I'm just going to go right down the skin, pressing against the board. Don't want to lose any of that gorgeous meat. And there you go. And then this is a super, super simple marinade. Let's wash my hands here. Okay. I'm not even going to officially measure. So this is oyster sauce. You could use soy sauce also, but oyster sauce is a really yummy Asian sauce. It's in the Asian section of pretty much every supermarket. It's made from oysters and it has this really lovely umami flavor. So we're going to put probably, this is only about, I think today we're working with about a pound of fish. I think the recipe on the blog is written up for 2 pounds. So that's probably about 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to do 1 lemon. Squeeze it through our handy dandy strainer so we don't get all the seeds in there. All that juice out. Half a lemon. Did I say a lemon? Half a lemon. And put that in, and this fish is going to sit while we make our risotto, finish making our risotto, and marinate and get kind of some of that umami flavor into the flesh. Okay, and then literally we're just going to turn this in the marinade and let the flavor get all in there, and it's going to sit at room temperature and get all of that yummy goodness inside. Okay. All right, I'm going to wash my hands and we'll be back to the risotto in 1 minute. All right, my favorite part, the wine. Our rice is toasty. It's lightly browned. And we're going to put a cup of dry white wine into our pan. Now the beauty of risotto, it's a slow process, but it's so good at the end. So we're just going to you want to keep stirring to let those natural starches release from the rice. And you're going to wait until all of that, the wine is absorbed into the rice. And then we're going to start adding our chicken stock. And we're just going to keep doing that over and over again. So I'll make you watch for a little bit and then we'll take a break. I'm going to show you what I mean as soon as that's all absorbed. Get this thing out here. And while the rice is absorbing the wine, so am I. Okay, so this is still very wet, but it's absorbing. And you can see, when you can see the bottom of the pan, we're getting close to adding in some of that stock, because that means the rice is taking up the wine. It's no longer soupy. Absorbing. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of the stock in. So if you see, I just kind of wanted to show you. You can kind of see here. I don't know where my pot holders are. So you can see this is all absorbing in. And so now it's time to add more stock. And we're going to keep doing this process, probably adding about a half a cup of liquid at a time until it keeps absorbing and until our rice, is an al dente. It's firm to the tooth, but tender still. So we don't want it to be hard. And then we're going to add in at the very end some heavy cream, a lot of Parmesan cheese, it's going to be so good, and some frozen peas. One of my favorite go-to ingredients. They're as good as fresh and super yummy. So let's add some of this chicken stock. About a half cup. And I'm going to keep stirring and adding and stirring and adding. It's probably going to take a total of 25 to 30 minutes till the risotto starts to come together and the texture is where we want it to be. So we'll be back in a little bit. Oh, you caught me. All right. We have stirred in all of our liquid, about 4 cups of chicken stock, and our risotto has a perfect texture. It's just a little bit al dente, it has a little bit of tooth to it. We're going to finish it off with a little bit of heavy cream, about a half a cup, third of a cup, to a half a cup. It'll be, the recipe exactly will be on the blog. I'm mixing that in, and then we're gonna add in, wait, do you see this? Then I'm mixing in frozen peas. This is like one of my favorite products. Frozen vegetables, if the right ones, A, are way better than canned, and B, have all the nutrients of fresh vegetables. So something like peas or corn are excellent quality, have all the nutrients, and you know, pretty much you're not gonna find shelled peas fresh unless you grow them in your garden in the summer and you shuck them. This is a great product. Anyway, I'm adding in about a cup of frozen peas to our risotto. I'm going to stir those in, and then I'm going to add in about half a cup of Parmesan grated. You know what? I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup because you can't have too much Parmesan cheese. I'm stirring that in, and this looks awesome. And those frozen peas are right out of the freezer, and they're just, oh, wait till you see this. So good. It smells awesome. So we're gonna keep this on warm. I just wanted to take this out so you could peek. We got a little Parmesan clump there. All right, just to give you a little peek, camera lady. So look at that. I so wish, when are they going to invent smell-o-vision? That's what I want to know, because this smells cheesy and gooey and awesome. So that's our risotto, and it's finished. I'm going to keep that on low, and we're going to bread our fish and cook it, and we're going to be eating probably in like 10 minutes. So we'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so we're gonna plate this dish. So I just want to show you, if you can zoom in here a little bit. See this? This fish looks like pork. Easily goes in and out like that. It's done. And you don't want to overcook anything. I know I go on and on about that, but it's a mantra. Like, do not overcook your fish. Whoops, cheesy goodness. We're going to put a mound of risotto in the center of the plate. Oh my God, it's so good. All right, and then we're going to take one fillet, this guy, put him right on top. Look how pretty that is. So this is serving about 2 people, maybe 3, depending on your portion size. We eat big portions in my house. But again, like I said a couple times, I would do this recipe with 2 to 2.5 pounds of fish, and it would feed your whole family, and they are gonna love it. So I'm gonna garnish with lemon. Remember, we marinated in lemon. Maybe for some color. Some basil. Oh, hey, what happened there? Let's garnish with a little lemon. Don't even think about it. There we go. And a little basil. So let's do a little beauty shot in there. Looks super pretty. Whoa, whoa. Okay. And then, okay. And now we're gonna taste it. First of all, look how gorgeous that is and how it flakes. I mean, just awesome. All right, I'm gonna take a piece of fish, some risotto. Wow. Sorry. I've used the seasoning. This is the first time I've done it on halibut. I do it on Chilean sea bass all the time, and it's awesome. I've done it on fresh striped bass. I've done it on cod. It's truly so good. I'm dying for you to try it. So, cheers. And before my camera crew kills me, I need to feed them. So, have a great night. Bye.